Alright, so let me explain something real quick. Initially I was gonna do talking trends with Laura or something like that, and it was really gonna consist of me going on Twitter, going to the worldwide trends and just talking about it. But then I thought about it and I'm like, that's not gonna work out. Most of the trends are probably like in another language, and most of the trends you can't really talk about it. They're literally like just one name. What am I gonna write about? Hashtag James for the win. Who's James? What is he winning? I don't know. So talking trends with Laura was not gonna work out. So I came up with Sunday service. Basically, wise words on Sundays, and that's just my service to you, basically. Ideally, these videos will be uploaded on Sundays, because if not, they will defeat the whole purpose of Sunday service. So yeah. So today's the first Sunday service. So making improvements, making waves. But anyway, here we go. Sunday service. So today's topic basically is, I'm just addressing that common core question of how am I supposed to pick the right friends? You know how everyone's always like, oh, pick the right friends, choose your friends wisely, blah, blah, blah. But how are you supposed to know that? Honestly, I don't know. But I can tell you is some bits and pieces of things, that I've picked up in my friend group. And basically, choosing friends is a trial and error situation, and that I've learned the hard way through my elementary schools all the way to my high school years. Obviously, like literally the concept of best friend is gone and away from my vocabulary. Like I don't believe in best friends anymore, because my elementary and middle school were like, what are best friends? So I don't really, and I've kind of got rid of that concept, and I think that's one of the reasons why all of our friends are really close, because we don't really have that concept of best friend. Now we see each other as family, but blah blah blah, that's a topic for another day. But what I've concluded, I would say, from my friend group is to avoid the type of people that just go around talking shit about other people. Just paint them simple, just avoid them. If you want to get with people that just talk shit about other people all the time, what makes you think that they're not going to talk shit about you when you leave? Who are you? Who you that they're not going to talk shit about you? Obviously everybody's going to have their own opinion, but there's just some people that just go above and beyond. So I feel like you should avoid those people. That's all they do, unless you are that number one shit talker. Then you run things down. But if you're not the number one shit talker, then you should avoid those group of people that all they do is just talk about other people. That's all they do. That's all they're good for. And I feel like talking from experience, I would say high school. There was a group of girls who like talked stuff about each other, and it was their friendship was so toxic. And I know some of the girls, like, they all knew that they all talked about each other, but it was just like only like they were the only ones that like supported, like tolerated each other, because everybody else knew what was going on. Like everybody else knew about their ridiculousness, so it was really only them riding along that wagon. And it's toxic. I can tell you, you can add that to the list of how to choose the correct friend. That's make a list, and that I would add that to the list is stay away from people who just talk about people. Just stay away. And that's the first Sunday service with me. Huh?